I've enjoyed a great career. I'm here today to announce my retirement. It's been an joyous ride. I have no complaints. I've had a great time here coming back to New York.
Gooden retired on a Friday. And that night he went back to his home in St. Petersburg and went out to the balcony of his house and started to cry. In a good way, in a bad way, in a just a total way of release. But also because Darryl was at large.
On the day Dwight Gooden retires, Darryl Strawberry is in trouble again. Authorities in Tampa say there's an arrest warrant out for Strawberry, who left a drug treatment center where he had been serving 2 years house arrest.
I thought he was dead. I figured probably something terrible had happened. I was glad when he surfaced.
Darryl Strawberry has been located. Darryl Strawberry is in a Tampa hospital. Darryl Strawberry is also in custody. 4 days after the former All-Star walked away from his drug treatment center, he turned up at St. Joseph's Hospital and was promptly taken into custody by police on a violation of a probation warrant.
In Darryl Strawberry, you have a character and a series of events that are worthy of a Shakespearean tragedy. You could make him into almost any of those characters or devise a new play for him, if you will, in which a man is expected to be the greatest that perhaps has ever lived at a particular thing and cannot handle the pressure of that, is not built to handle the pressure of that, survives it somehow and gets chance after chance after chance to somehow defeat the enemy, which is not other people's expectations, but his inability to put other people's expectations in their proper perspective, which is to ignore them to the greatest degree possible. He never learns to do this.
Epilogue.
I wasted time, and now doth time waste me. For now hath time made me his numbering clock. My thoughts are minutes, and with sighs they jar their watches unto mine eyes, the outward watch, whereto my finger, like a dial's point, is pointing still, cleansing them from tears. Now, sir, the sound that tells what hour it is are clamorous groans, which strike upon my heart, which is the bell. So sighs and tears and groans show minutes, times, and hours. Richard II.
Doc and Darryl. You know, they were always together. They had it's, first of all, it's just amazing it's happened so quickly. All those things that have happened, you know, the rise, the Rookies of the Year, the World Series championships, the fights, the arguments, drugs, domestic disputes, 15 years, and now it's over?
New York was confusing to them because they felt this great love and they felt this great adulation, and they were very young and they didn't understand what sports was all about. And they felt, people really love me. This whole city loves me. And they confused that with, well, actually, people really loved what they did. People really loved the home runs. People really loved the strikeouts.
One Shakespearean story you can tell is that the sort of poison of drugs and alcohol to which they fell is in a sense the inevitable result of a poisonous culture into which these terribly talented young men were thrust.
The tragedy will be if the next Doc and Darryl suffer the same fate. And the tragedy then won't be their failings, these two kids. The tragedy then will be that once and for all we know that the society was so unable to reorganize its priorities that it just kept repeating itself.
Darryl and Doc disappointed us in some very profound way, right in the middle of the process where we're still loving them. They come apart. They're not kings and they're not heroes, and their flaws are no different from ours.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day until the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. Macbeth.